Hello, my name is Kathleen Wall. I'm from Jemez, Pueblo, and I'd like to thank you for logging into the Southwest Artisan Market for the Millicent Rogers Museum. I'm going to share with you today some of my artwork. These particular pieces on the table are pieces that I'll have represented at the Millicent Rogers Art Market. This right here is a storyteller, and he is looking at a little storyteller baby, really adorable. This particular piece is a kushari holding a watermelon. And I get a lot of questions about what the watermelon means. And for me, it just adds another smile. It makes it look happier than without a watermelon. Okay, and then this particular piece is a Pueblo Girl. She's holding a pottery, and she has this beautiful stash. And she is made with Jemez clays, slips and underglazes. She's dressed in a Pueblo traditional attire. This is another kushari, and he's just happy because he has a bucket of corn. The pieces painted with natural slips is the beige color. The black and the gray are underglazes. And then this, I'll also have a couple of bronzes, and you can look at the photos for more inventory. But this is a bronze of a Pueblo woman, elderly woman. She's called Corn Grandmother, and she is holding a basket of different color corn, representing different directions. The corn is placed in a woven basket. Usually the woven basket is representative of like an Apache or a Tohono O'odham basket. She has a very fancy dress. She's wearing a back scarf and also an apron. That's like our fancy dress. And so my work has been with me for a very long time. I learned as a child with my mother. She taught me how to make storytellers, and the same with my aunts. So of course, I have to always give thanks to them for handing down their traditional knowledge, and I'll try my hardest to make sure my children know these things as well. And so this is kind of like over time, over the last 30 plus years, just kind of an evolution of my work. So it very much represents kind of the storyteller figure, but it's quite different. So what I do is I dig and process my clay from here in Jemez. And so I will dig clay from the earth, and then also volcanic ash. And so I'll clean them and mix them together, and that's how I get my clay body. After that, I mold the pieces by hand. I usually use a pinch and coil method, and so that's what I do for the clay. And then after that, I scrape the pieces with sandpaper and smooth them and paint them. So once I start painting them, I use a mixture of slip and underglaze. The red and the white are most likely slips. And then the black and the green are going to be an underglaze. And also the grays, I mix the clay, the slip with the underglaze. And so I have like a variety of colors. So yeah, thank you very much for coming to my studio, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Hi, we're going to start with our first artist today, Kathleen Wall. She comes from a long line of potters. This amazing art was handed down to her from her mother and grandmother. Kathleen's from the Jemez Pueblo, and as you might have seen in her video, she makes her own clay. These are kushari, and this is a storyteller. She incorporates some leather or suede straps into her pottery, as well as the corn husk. This is a storyteller. Here's a little kushari he's telling the story to, and then we've got this bench. So he's removable. This is a two-piece. Then we have some kushari masks that you can mount on the wall. They're beautiful. This kushari has a removable watermelon, and as Kathleen pointed out in her video, it just adds to the happiness. It's another smile. And then down on this end, this little fella's adorable. He's got a removable basket with individual little corn kernels that were crafted by Kathleen, and that's also removable. Okay, we're going to have another look at this seated koshari, or storyteller. I'm going to lift him gently to show you the separation from the bench that he sits on, and hit the signature of Kathleen here. Here we are. This is the removable watermelon. We'll just take that off, and I want to just spin this little guy around and show you again the beautiful detail and design that she incorporates into her koshari, and her signature on his little booty there. You've got the little stamp on him, authenticating these pieces. We're going to take a look inside this adorable little pot, and here are all the individual little corn kernels handcrafted by Kathleen. And then I just want to turn him around and show you the craftsmanship and detail incorporated into this piece. It's really amazing. All the decorative design all the way around. And here we have 3 more pieces from Kathleen Wall. The 2 on either side are bronze, originally clay cast in bronze, Pueblo women, all in traditional Pueblo dress. And if you look at Kathleen's video she did for us, she goes into more detail about what they're wearing, the fancy dress versus the plain. I believe this one was the fancy dress. Let me just turn this one around so you can see the detail incorporated into the clothing. It's a really charming piece. The bronzes, as I said, are limited edition. So this one is number 3 of 20, and she's carrying a basket with all the different colors of corn. And I'll turn her so you can see the back. It's quite heavy, actually. And her hair detail. And it's beautiful. And then this piece is number 3 of 25. Let me just turn her. And really lovely colors incorporated on these bronze pieces. One last note about Kathleen Wall. I just want to remind everybody she is very highly collected. These pieces will not last. If you're interested, please go to millicentRogers.org and purchase your original Kathleen Wall sculptures.